Okay, welcome to the second day of SIMIODE EXPO 2021. This is Brian Winkel, the director, and later on I'm going to ask if there are any comments or suggestions you can send to me, and all you need to know is director@simiode.org, and as they come in, I'll be sorting them and collecting them and posting a report anonymously. So let's begin with an introduction, an appreciation, an orientation, and a celebration. Appreciation again for the organizing committee. If you wish to participate in leading and working on this for next year, please get in touch with me. We had a cancellation due to a family health emergency. Chris Brown was in the hospital in the middle of the night with a family member. I want to be sure to encourage you to visit the poster sessions. These are student poster sessions, and there's one session on NSA career discussions. So for faculty or students, there are three staff people from NSA in the poster room to just talk about careers and summer opportunities, and as well support the students. We'll have a closing ceremony quite short at 5:30, and we'll send you on your way. And you could stay on in conversations with colleagues, both old and new, and that you can do through Sunday morning. I want to again thank Kevin Cook, who is talking with me just a few minutes ago, and the entire math department team. They've been very helpful whenever I stand there or any of my colleagues stand there looking helpless. They seem to know that's what's going on. You might want to consider mathdepartment.org if you're running a conference. And I think many of you have already expressed interest in how this is kind of way cool to do this. We just got to get used to certain kinds of things. Again, we'll be open all the time until Sunday morning, Valentine's Day. All sessions except the poster and the breakout social ones we had last night will be recorded. The student who was moderating the student session last night got the clock mixed up and didn't make that meeting. I hope students joined in and had conversations, and if there are things that they'd like us to put into our summary of the conference, please send them to me at director@simiode.org. These videos will be available 3 to 4 weeks. Even the video of Chris Brown, who couldn't give his session today, he will try to make a video and we'll post that as well. I want to mention the celebration. Today's sessions have discussions of diversity, of inclusion, and a very practical guide on accessibility. And of course, all of this will be available for you online after a few weeks. So even if you don't get to a given session, it'll be there for you to look at. I just got my current edition of Notices of the American Math Society, and here it is, the 50th anniversary of the Association for Women in Mathematics. We just got into Black History Month. I saw yesterday in the presentation by Marco Martinez, there's an organization of Latino actuaries. So we have strong presence and growing presence, and we have a lot to celebrate, even though the world seems to be in great disarray. So I'm going to turn this over to Kevin, who is going to go over some things that you may not have remembered from last night. And some of you are new this morning because we know Friday evening was kind of, let me just sit and relax. So Kevin, take it away.
All right, thank you very much, Brian. Okay, everyone, I am sharing my screen now. Brian, do you see my Sakoko screen?
I certainly do.
Fantastic. All right, everyone, so you should have received a Sakoko email invite. If for any reason you have not received your invite, please go ahead and drop that in the chat. We will follow up with you once this little orientation session is complete, just to make sure that you're successfully onboarded. All right, once you've created your account within Sakoko through the email invite, your avatar will appear on the map. So here is my avatar. Hovering over it, you can see my name and status. I can hover over a few other individuals. Here's Marissa, who's on my team. Got Hannah over here. Jumping into the main room, I can see Catherine, Tom, and they're all listening in right now on this Zoom talk as well. So if you want to edit any of that information about your avatar, you can do so in a couple different ways. The easiest is just to simply right click on your avatar. If you have a Mac, I believe it's a command click. From here, you can update your status and edit your profile. So updating my status. Here I can change the icon to show I'm away, busy, or do not disturb. And you can change this text here. Right now, mine showing my excitement for the SIMIODE EXPO. And then if you wanted to edit your profile, again, a right click on your avatar, select edit your profile. This is where you're able to change the name that appears if someone's hovering over your avatar. And then here you can change the Sakoko initials that appear below your avatar. Over here, I can change the color. So I'm going to go ahead and go with this nice light blue. I select save, and then that change happens instantly. Again, you may notice myself and a few others have this red box below our avatars. That's the SOS emoji. That's going to signify a mathdepartment.org staff member. We are here to provide event support. So if you need help at any point, come find us. We all have help in all caps at the beginning of our names. I've got Stephanie down here to help. And we've got Monty up here in room 2. So that's a little bit about customizing your avatar. Next, I want to discuss moving about the map. So if I wish to enter another room, for example, room 2, I can do so simply by clicking on the room name. You'll see my avatar hop to that room. Coming down to room 4, again, just a simple click on the room name. If I wanted to come to the lounge D over here, even one of the small offices around the outside, again, just a simple click on that room name. Once within a room, a single click within that room will just move your avatar's positioning. So you can kind of see I'm just moving my avatar around room 4. All right, so that's a little bit about moving your avatar about the space. Next, I want to discuss how you're going to be interacting with other attendees throughout the conference. So those interactions can be facilitated in a couple different ways. First, I want to cover the chat function in Sakoko. So on the left-hand side, you'll see the chat column. Now, the chat function works in 2 ways. You can chat with another attendee one-on-one, or you can chat with another attendee within the same, or with other attendees within the same room that you're in. So a one-on-one chat function, I've got Marissa over here. If I wanted to chat with her, I could simply click on her avatar. You can see the chat box opens in the bottom right-hand corner. I can chat from there. We've got some emojis as well. She waves back. So that's a one-on-one conversation. No other attendees are able to see that. Now, if I wanted to chat with a group, let's say I move my avatar to room 1. Once my avatar moves to room 1, you'll see on the chat column all of the people in room 1. So I can see we've got Cecil, Hannah, Karen, William just joining in. So if I wanted to chat with everyone in this room, I would select chat in room 1. Also, you may have noticed on the chat column over here, I've got a message from William Holland. He also says howdy in the room. Thank you everyone for responding there. So again, only the individuals in room 1 are able to see those messages. I can click on the message over here. I can see William sent me a hello here. Again, we've just got some fun emojis that we can play with. All right. So that's the chat function in Sakoko. Now I want to discuss kind of some of the other interactions you may have. So for example, here I am in room 1. Let's say that we were having a conversation, all of us attendees here, and I wanted to bring Marissa into the conversation. Hovering over her avatar, I can right click and a menu appears. I can get Marissa and ask her to join us in room 1. That then gives Marissa a yes or no option to enter the room. Now I'm going to jump over to the help desk room and have Marissa get my avatar and pull me into room 1. And here you can see Marissa says, please join me and the other attendees in room 1. So I can select not now if I'm busy, or let's go. I'm going to say let's go. And that's going to pull my avatar back to room 1. So that's a little bit about how you can kind of gather other individuals. Now I'm going to jump into one of the small office rooms up here at the top. Now let's say I wanted to have a private conversation where no one else can enter the room. So again, just a simple click on the room name, anyone can enter. But Marissa's in this room with me. We're maybe having a private conversation and I don't want anyone to just be able to pop in and eavesdrop. I'm going to right click within the bounds of the room and I'm going to select close the door. In the bottom left-hand corner, you can see the door is closed, and even kind of on the map here, you can see it's closed. So now let's say our conversation finishes. I jump back to the help desk. Oh, I forgot I wanted to say something to Marissa. Clicking on Office 10. Oh, sorry, you are not allowed because the door is closed. So when the door is closed, just clicking on the room name will not allow my avatar to enter. What I have to do is right click within the bounds of Office 10 and knock. Marissa is then presented with an option, yes or no, to allow me into the room. She's kind enough to let me in, so you can see my avatar moves. Now I'll have Marissa kind of bounce out and we'll kind of see what the opposite of that looks like. Now you can see the knocking. I'm going to go ahead and allow her in, and her avatar moves into Office 10. To now open the door, I right click within the bounds of the room and select open door. Now anyone's able to enter. All right. Now that's a little bit about kind of those quick interactions. I want to discuss the video chatting function within Sakoko. So right now we're in the Zoom opening ceremony, and all of the breakout sessions today will be taking place within Zoom. But the poster sessions and any informal conversations that you may have in between the breakout sessions can take place here in Sakoko. So because Marissa and I are in the same room, if we both turn on our cameras, we will be able to video chat. So to turn on your camera and your microphone, come to the top right-hand corner to the drop-down arrow and select Turn on Video. You can see Marissa's got hers on. All right, and just like that, you're able to facilitate a video chat. What's nice about Sakoko is you do not need to send a link. You do not need to send a calendar invite to video chat. All you need to do is be in the same virtual room at the same time. So when Marissa and I turned on our cameras, the individuals that were in the main room, the lobby, or any of the other rooms were not able to see our video screens. And if we turned on our cameras, they would not be able to hear our audio. So again, in the top right-hand corner and the drop-down arrow, this is where you're going to be able to turn on your microphone and turn on your video. If you wanted to, you're also able to share your screen from this same drop-down menu. By clicking share your screen, you're then presented with an option of your windows on your device that you're able to share. So I can click on this SIMIODE website, which shows the schedule for today. Toggling back to Sakoko now, you can see my screen share appears in the top left-hand corner. If I wanted to, I could make this screen share full screen. But what I recommend anyone who's going to be presenting anything, and for anyone else in a room where someone is presenting, I suggest coming to the team view option at the top center of your screen. That then brings the screen share within Sakoko. From here, again, I could turn on my video and microphone. And that's just going to be a better presentation format within Sakoko. All right. To turn off a screen share, again, that drop-down menu is going to turn it off. So for the poster session this afternoon, you'll see we've got the posters already added here in the rooms along the top. Just by hovering over any of these icons in the room, I can see this is Alice's poster. If I click here, that's going to open the poster in an external window. All right, so here's how I'm able to view these posters. Now, what's nice is my avatar is over here in Office 10, yet I'm able to view Alice's poster here in Poster Room 7. I don't have to be in that particular room to view any of these posters. But during the poster session this afternoon, the individuals who created this content will actually be in the room. So if I wanted to have a video chat and actually maybe ask questions about their research, I can do so. Just a heads up, during the poster session this afternoon, as all the attendees kind of filter in, there may be the need to relocate one of the poster rooms. So we may actually be relocating to one of the lounges just to facilitate more attendees being able to participate and ask those presenters questions. So that's how the poster sessions will be facilitated. A couple other tips I want to show within Sakoko. Right now, there's a bunch of avatars on the screen. So if I was trying to find a particular individual, that may be difficult. So what I can do is come to the top left-hand corner, directly below this home button, you'll see Find. By clicking on Find, this menu appears and I can type in any contact. So if I wanted to find where Hannah was, I can see Hannah here. She's in room 1. This little profile box appears. From here, I could open up a chat, knock on the door to enter the room that she's in, or I could pull her into the room that I'm in. Again, make sure to note that all of the mathdepartment.org staff members have help at the beginning of their name. So if you ever need help, just go ahead and type help into the find function, and all of the mathdepartment.org staff members will be spotlighted on the map. You can click on any of our names here to open up a chat session in the bottom right-hand corner, and we will help you with whatever it is you need. All right. Another thing I would like to show you is, maybe you're in a room and you're having a discussion with a couple individuals, but with it being zoomed out and showing the entire map, it may be difficult to see who's in the room with you. So to zoom in, I'm going to right click within the bounds of a room and select Zoom to Room 1. So now I can see all the different individuals that are in the room with me and get a good close-up look at their avatars. I can also click and drag the map at any point if I wanted to get a different perspective. And then to zoom out, again, right click within the bounds of the room, and I'm going to select below Zoom, Show Entire Map. And that's just going to go ahead and zoom me out to show the entire map again. All right. Now, when it comes time to join the different breakout sessions today, all of those sessions, I'm going to toggle over to the schedule for today. So for example, breakout session 2, which is taking place directly after this, you'll see the different talks, and all of them are notated by a room. So breakout session 2, room 1, I can see the speakers. Breakout session 2, room 3, and room 4. Those all correspond to the different rooms here in Sakoko. So room 1, room 2, room 3, and room 4. And within those rooms, you'll see this little icon. It almost looks like a computer monitor with yellow sticky notes. By hovering over it, I can see that this is breakout session 2, room 4, student publication and research experience. So if I wanted to join that Zoom call, all I need to do is simply click on this icon, and that Zoom call is going to open in an external window. I'm not going to join that call just yet, but I may later on. So again, if you wanted to join the breakout that's taking place in room 2, you're just going to click on the icon in room 2, so on and so forth with room 1 and room 3. Feel free to be, you're able to jump around to different talks throughout the day. So even if you join the first speaker in room 2, close that Zoom call, and then you finish up the last speaker in room 3, you can do that as well. And later on today, there will be a few sessions where we are going to have talks in the main room. So the icon at the top of the main room, which currently shows the link for this opening ceremony Zoom call, you'll click there. All right, so that's how we're facilitating all the Zoom calls today. Last thing I want to show you at the help desk here at the top, this is linked to mathdepartment.org/SIMIODE, which has a recording of a video tutorial we did. Also has written instructions here. If you ever have any questions, this is just going to be a good reference point for you to help guide you. All right. That concludes this Sococo orientation. We've got about 5 minutes before the first breakout session takes place today. I'm going to see if we have any questions in the chat.
Marissa reminded you about muting mics.
Yes. So a few individuals yesterday, make sure when you are in a Zoom talk that your Sococo microphone is turned off. So again, let's say that I wanted to join the breakout session happening in room 4. I'm going to click on this icon to join the Zoom link. But within Sococo, I want to make sure I come to the top right-hand corner, and I want to make sure all of these are turned off. That's going to make sure that I'm not distracting the actual Zoom speaker that's taking place. We want to try to avoid any of that bad echo or audio feedback that can take place. All right, the last thing I do want to mention is the notifications in Sococo. So for example, during this orientation, you may have heard the knocking notification. You may hear the different pops within Sococo when someone enters the room or when someone sends you a chat message. To turn off any of those notifications, you're going to come to the top left-hand corner. To the left of the home button, these 3 horizontal bars, a menu appears. Here's another location I could edit my profile, but we're focusing on settings. Another window will appear. From here, I'm going to select notifications. And here is where I can turn off any of these notifications. And I can also turn off the sound that happens. So when a user enters, exit the room, when they come offline or go offline, I've gone ahead and turned those sounds off just so they're not distracting any of the talks.
Okay, so we're going to move on to the sessions, and they'll start at 10 o'clock, 10:30. And note that in the session B2R1, Chris Brown is not there. So that session will start with Beverly West 25 minutes in. Other than that, march on to whatever session you want. Take care.
All right. I'm going to stick around in this Zoom call just in case anyone has any issues. Again, breakout session 2 will be taking place in room 1, room 3, and room 4. So to join those Zoom calls within Sococo, you're just clicking on the share icon within room 1, room 3, and room 4. All right, everyone. Have a good day 2 of SIMIODE Expo 2021. Again, I'm going to keep this Zoom call running just in case anyone is having any issues. I can help direct.